What is up, everybody? Good to see you and welcome, new member JF. Thank you for becoming a member of OnlyFlans. Very much appreciate it. Well, we will be giving away a KS0 tonight to the members, doing it by random number generator. I'll show you how that is set up here in a little bit, but we're going to do that in about 30 minutes or so. But as I always do, about 5 minutes worth of calling everybody off. Let's see who's here. Black Hat Team, Nick Riley, Steven Cicero, Second TL, All Set, Tim I Am Crypto, Red Fox Crypto, let's see, 4J, Crypto Tito, Steven Cicero, John Doe, Kyle Rosa, Hot Crypto Mining. Good video today, sir. Not James, Integra Guy, Geek of all trades, the goat of all goats, Lesta Dog C57, Toxic Miner, Triple Nickel Technologies. I like that name. JF, as we had just mentioned, Travelers Travels. Don't think I'd said you yet. Strange Tamer, Red Panda Mining is here. Good to see you, sir. Ovalbore Tech, hope you had a good stream. I was unable to be there as I was prepping for this. Easy Admin. All for you miners, I'm not sure if I mentioned him. Royce's Adventures, Rich Borgia, Modern Wolf Media, Easy Admin, Jean-Francois Abin, and I think that about Alexander Fleener, Turtle Tech, Ildemaro Osechas. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, sir. Landmine Crypto. And if I missed you, I apologize. Oh, Masked Investor. Yes, he always jumps on me a little bit. All Track, Bacon, Eggs, and Hash. Can't believe I almost missed him. And of all names, Hoodsta Boogie. How could we forget that name? And Magic Lucky, The Bee, and Joker Miners here too. Oh, well, okay. I guess that works. Good to see you, Jokey Miner. Hopefully you are having a good time out of town, or maybe you're back already. But if you are back already, hope you had a good time while you're out of town. Alrighty. So, as I mentioned, we will be doing the giveaway in a little while. So thanks to BP and Red Panda for the opportunity to give that away. I have it behind me, but you've all seen the boxes with the way we've been giving them away. It is unopened. I will be... need some help if you're outside of Canada and USA. We'll need some help with the shipping. I will do up to $50. So keep that in mind. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I don't even know how much it would cost to ship to Europe or anywhere else in the world. So again, cross that bridge when we come to it if we have to. Alrighty. So, a couple of subjects tonight. I'm going to hit this one because Sunflower Mama actually made me aware of this. I should actually pull up. It was actually the meter box that kind of triggered this. Let me, bear with me here a second. Let me see if I can find the tweet. Yes, the tweet. Not the post on X, but the tweet. The meter box. Let's get that out of all caps. Let's see if I can find them. There we go. Meter mining. Ooh, I had the post just a second ago. All right, here we go. Yeah, this will work. Let me bring up the other screen. No, not that screen. Hold on. Bear with me here 1 second. Yeah, I guess that is the right one. I forgot that I did the picture this way. All right, let me recenter this so we can actually see it. Getting it to be the right size. There we go. Now it is the right size. So you guys have heard me talk about WeatherXM before, and this got me thinking again. It's kind of hard to see it, but right on the top of this is actually the WeatherXM weather station. And maybe this is a 6.5 foot pole, maybe not. But this is the problem with this project. There's no verification of placement of these modules, basically. They need to be positioned so that they are not blocked by the wind. And if they do have obstacles, the obstacles have to be a certain distance away based upon a formula that WeatherXM provides. But this one, just looking at it, does not appear to be 6.5 feet tall. They do say it has to be at least 6.5 feet. Thank you, Mr. Yep, being a new subscriber. Very much appreciate that. But this does not appear to be 6.5 feet. Maybe it is. But so now that you kind of see the picture, and I think this one's kind of interesting over here as well. This one actually is a pretty darn good placement because he's a really far distance away from these trees. And you can see that it goes up to where he placed it. And then it's a very tall pole that basically he's at the top of the ridge of the house, or it certainly appears that way. And so the number of obstacles in the way of this is either that the obstacles are so far away or are far enough away given its corresponding height. So this actually looks like a good placement, but I don't think this is most cases. So let me bring up the WeatherXM website. And so they have direct, instructions and everything, but here is the thing. Adequate distance. Actually, let's cover it from the top. So installation point. It needs to be away from heat sources. So if it's going to be on the roof, can't be near the chimney, can't be near any solar panels. So the other part of it is it has to be 6.5, about 5 meters actually. Sorry, that's 5 meters away from a heat source. Then it also says it needs to be 6 feet off of the roof of the house. So 6 feet. That's pretty darn high to be placing something off your roof. But here's the other part of it. Adequate distance. And this is really the key, because we were thinking about, well, if we were going to do something like this, where would we place this? I got a super chat. Sorry. See, I'm looking at the chat through OBS and it doesn't show me the super chats, unfortunately. Oh no, there it is. Network bits. Crank. Yes, I haven't looked at my crank in a little while. I'm curious how that is. We'll take a look at that tonight as well as we're looking over the market. But thank you for the super chat, Network Bits. Very much appreciate it. Now I'm scrolled down so I can see. Joker Meyer says, I just got the Helium WeatherXM. I didn't realize they were hooked up to the Helium network now. Well, being where you are in the middle of nowhere, you might be able to do what you need to do. But again, people who are like in suburban areas where people are thinking, oh, I'll just put it in my backyard. Well, if you've got trees, any trees, and unless you have a really large or a lot of distance between you and the other houses, and or maybe you're only in a ranch subdivision, then maybe. But the biggest thing, so if we look at over here, has adequate distance from any obstacles around, which 2 to 4 times larger than the height of the highest obstacle. So if the highest obstacle around the installation point is a 6 meter tree, so 6 meters, which equals about 20 feet, and the pole of the outdoor sensor is 6.5 feet, then the pole should be placed a distance of 16 meter or 26 to 52 feet away. So it's pretty far. So they make it a little bit simpler here later on. In case the pole is placed on a building's roof, well, that's different. Then it says, note that in the cases of obstacles with a height greater than 8 meters, which would be a tree, a medium to large size tree, you should consider placing the outdoor sensor at a distance 30 times the width and 15 times the height of the obstacles around. So for instance, if you're looking at a house, so our house is probably about 25 feet, 30 feet, something like that. So it's going to be 4 times as tall, and the width of it's going to be about 40 feet. So you're talking 30 times the width and 15 times the height. That's really far away. 15 times 15 times the height of the obstacles around. So basically the difference. So you're looking at about 20 feet. 20 feet times 15, that's 400 feet. Sorry, times 15, 300 feet. So it's quite a distance to be away from. And like I said, that other example I was just showing you, it was close enough to the house. It was a 2-story structure. It wasn't going to be far enough away. So again, this is my problem with WeatherXM. The reason why they're stating this is because they need to make sure that there's a consistency to the measurements. If you are closer to the obstacles, your wind measurements, your heat, all those types of things, your temperature, all those things can be affected. And this system, this whole WeatherXM thing is only as good as the data it collects. If the data is junk, then it's completely worthless. And they have and then there's no value to the data they're trying to sell. And that's the whole idea what they're trying to do. They're like, well, if I can sell this data and so that it can be input into a model, and models are only as good as the data they have. So the more good data they have, the better forecasts they can provide. But if the data's junk, what's the point? So that's my problem with WeatherXM. Not whether or not it can make money, is just the fact of whether or not it is a reputable and valid project that's going to be worth anything in the future. I mean, I'd love to know who is anybody that is looking to say, this is interesting. I want to buy the data. I'd love to be proven wrong. I think it's a cool idea for a project, but I just don't see it succeeding because science. The people that are grabbing it. So anyway, let's see. I'm going to look back to see if there's anybody tagging me. Oh, talking about ASICs and Bitcoin. Okay. Joker Miner, you have 25 helium miners in your town? Holy cow. That's a lot. Yeah, GeoNet, that's different. I mean, that's data that isn't affected by exactly, it either has signal or it doesn't, is the way I understand it. Yeah, you just point it straight into the sky. So it either has communication to the sky or not. Not really anything in between. Yeah, let me, I can't put up a counter, but I can put up, well, we'll go over the market since that's what everybody's talking about. We could go crypto bubbles, or we could do, why am I drawing a blank? I'm drawing a blank. Coin market cap. That was what I was trying to find. Yes, I did. I will mark that question down. We'll come back to that. Favorite Deepin project. That's a good question. There's so many. Well, by my holdings, I would say it's got to be Flux. But recently, I really like Hive Mapper. And here's the reason why I like Hive Mapper. Because you still have to earn the money. You have to earn the crypto. You have to do something, not just sit there passively. Meaning that there is a barrier to entry. Okay. They're like, oh, we need to make it easier. We need to make it easier. Yeah, I agree. Certainly making it easier, but having somebody have to plug something in, start something, and do it that way, making sure the camera is pointed correctly, all that kind of stuff. Make it have a little bit of resistance to it. So it's not just like, oh, I'm just going to do this and it's just going to sit there and go, keep going. Like, I like demo, not saying I don't like demo, but demo is, hey, how many people can I find that are willing to put a demo device in their car for me? That's what it comes down to. We have one in both of our cars. Certainly thinking now that they go back to 2008, thinking about buying one more for my daughter's car. If she's willing to put it in her car. But anyway, right now I'd say one of my favorites is Hive Mapper. And oh, by the way, thanks to Network Bits for turning me on to the idea of going out and driving virgin roads out west. Came across some gravel roads this weekend. Car shows that it was out there because it had just snowed like in the previous day or two. So there was still some snow on the road. It was wet. Hit some puddles that just like completely splashed the car. The lower part of my red car is all like white from the light colored gravel. But anyway, basically drove out there for like 2.5 hours. And we'll see come Thursday how well it does. I mean, we saw how good it did driving to and from Kansas, basically making about $800 worth of Hive honey. Now I'm going to be curious doing less time, but making sure that went to areas that hadn't been driven before. So we'll see. We'll see. Did a little bit of driving on Sunday as well, but those were all well-traveled routes that I was driving for that. But anyway, that's right now my favorite project. Yes, I have a red car because the blue car wasn't available at the time, and the red. We're not like so. It wasn't like I went in thinking I was going to buy a red car. I will say I was not going to buy a blue car because actually about the time that I bought that, it was still too soon after I had worked for Giant Bicycle, and their whole thing is bleed blue. And yeah, I was not going to buy a blue car at that particular time in my life. Now I don't care. Do I think it's worth ordering a Hive Mapper? Yes, I do. I see value in the information they're providing. So the thing with Hive Mapper is they are not necessarily doing it for like why Google, Google Maps and the cars that they drive around. That's done for a somewhat different reason. They're actually showing pictures of street, street pictures, things like that. This is not doing it for that. This is actually identifying speed limit signs. That they're getting data. That's their purpose. Real-time data in some cases, I know, is what they're trying to get. That's why they got the buzz feature. So if you've got an event happening, on the roads, a crash or whatever, you can hit that buzz and it alerts the people at Hive Mapper that something is occurring at this particular time. I haven't actually hit that button yet because I haven't come across that to where I can do that. But hey, if anybody in the chat has used that feature, please share. But anyway, I do think it's worth it. It's about, with shipping and everything, it's about $500 for the new B Hive Mapper. I was hopefully going to wait until maybe they figured out the whole referral thing, maybe a little bit of a discount. Doesn't sound like they're going to be doing discounts, but I've been in their Discord, not within the last couple of days, but before that, and John was pretty silent about anything having to do with any of that. At least I couldn't find anything. I don't know, Network Bits, if you know of anything, let me know, or let the chat know. But that's my understanding at this point. But that's what I think about Hive Mapper. I am looking forward to seeing what are the results of what I did this weekend. And we shall see. Good evening, Mining King. I was going to say good afternoon because I wasn't sure if it was evening for you, but it is evening for you already. He's 2 hours behind. I get it. I get it. I was just... They don't change their... Oh, yeah, they're only 1 now. He will be 2 because they don't change their clocks. When we spring ahead, it's 2. So there you go. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, that's the ticket. Can you pay for the B in crypto? Not that I'm aware of, but I didn't look at it that closely, honestly. You may... Oh, you know, I'm not sure. I was looking at a couple of different things. Yeah, and as long as Hawk and Mining King are here, I will confess it's been 2 days since I last bought a 4090. It's going to be here on Thursday. So that it gives me 2 more that I need to buy. So that kind of transitions into the next thing I was going to talk about. So we'll come back to the markets as we are seeing it hasn't quite hit. Well, it isn't at 57 right now, 56.5 basically. But hey, the markets are doing well. But again, like I said, we'll come back to that. So it's at $1? $1.03. Wow. I saw when it was at 97. So that's good to see that that is continuing to climb. But anyway, all right. So one of the things I've been evaluating has been the X16P. And really, really like this thing. It's been hovering around $20 a day, approximately, a little bit, you know, I'd say comfortably at $20, sometimes a little bit more. You know, I've been mining Octus, I've been mining a bunch of things. You guys all saw that. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Whenever you go in here on Mine the ASIC, if there's a video, it auto plays it, which is really annoying. But right now, scrolling down, right now it says ETHW and ZIL is the most profitable. But on the other hand, you can also do Canxium with ZIL as well. Octaspace with ZIL also works. So there are other coins, and that's one of the things I really, really like about this miner is it's similar to buying a FPGA in the fact that you have options, but obviously it's not. It's only going to do one algorithm. It just has a lot of different coins that are on that algorithm. So I like it for that. And as well as, again, you know when your halvings are going to be, you have a much better idea of just naturally saying, okay, how long is it going to take to pay this back, as opposed to Caspa, which we know how that works. Every month it's going down like 4 to 5%. That's the reward, goes down 4 to 5% every single month. So it's it's not as intuitive to say, when am I actually going to break even on this? And Mine the ASIC doesn't figure that out for you. It's just basically saying, here's how much you're making. And if you continue to make this amount, this is what it's going to, this is how long it's going to take you. So they give you unrealistic break even points, while the other coins that are more predictable don't. I mean, Bitcoin miners, especially since the halving's coming up so soon, yeah, that is unrealistic payback because of the fact that the halving is coming so soon. So, but like I said, in this particular case, I don't remember when is the next ETC halving, or well, some of these other coins may not even have halvings, and they may all have different halvings. So again, that's another thing that is a positive aspect of buying this particular ASIC. So I started looking at it, and if we back up, it'll show you here. Where is it? There's the X16Q. Where was the X16P? There it is. So, oh, it's because I got a small... Oh, stop with the stupid nonsense of that video. Anyway, so there it is. Best payback time, it's about 15 months. So a year and 3 months. So not bad. Do Do I wish I could buy it for a little bit lower price so it could be under a year? Sure, but obviously they're in it to make money, so they feel like that's a happy medium, and they're not wrong because there's a lot of them that are sold. Also feel like it's not straining either. It's not like a squealing ASIC. It's no different than similar to an Octominer, I guess is the best way to put it. Octominer at about 70 or 80% fans is about what this is at. And like I said, no high pitch squeal or anything like that. So I really do like this unit. So then I started thinking about it. Well, did I make a mistake by going into Vast AI as big as I did instead of investing in these? So I did a comparison, basically back of the napkin comparison. And if you look, what was that? Oh, Automatic Beats. Welcome to OnlyFlans. So long story short, I currently have a 54090 rig, and I basically added up how much it cost me to not just buy the GPUs, but actually build the rig. Came out to about $12,000. Okay. And I'm making $32 a day after power. And that's a very conservative estimate as far as the power measurement, because really I did that based upon 450 watts per GPU 100% of the time. And what I've generally been seeing is it's less than that, significantly less than that. Worst I've seen is like about 350, maybe 375 is what I've been seeing. So like I said, we'll just go with that. Because again, very, very conservative. So $12,000 makes 32. This one after power, and again, I actually put it at, I actually did it at 12 cents. I didn't do it at 13. So let's just leave it at 12. Makes $20, but it cost $9,000. So you do simple math, $32 based upon a $12,000 investment versus a $9,000 investment, only making $20. The Vast actually makes more money. Now, yes, it does, but there's bigger swings and there's bigger risk with Vast because, well, they both have their risks. They're just different risks. Vast is based upon a what the market risk is. In other words, is there high demand or low demand? How much supply has been added to the Vast network and how many people are looking to come online with it? So it's an active market that you have to be figuring out, do I need to lower my price? Can I raise my price? So for me, I've been constantly playing with that, trying to get to a point. Right now, the one I just gave you was where it's currently priced, which right now is kind of in the middle. I'm making about 32 cents an hour per GPU, thereabouts. So I've been as high as 45 on my verified rig, and I'm not counting that one right now. I am hoping that I will be able to get this one verified once I have more GPUs on it. It seems like most of the 8 GPU rigs are verified at some point. So fingers crossed that we get there. So thank you guys for Automatic Beats, Alltrack, and Utterly Ridiculous for becoming members. Very much appreciate that. And yes, Jean-Francois Abin, thank you for saying so. Hit the like button, everybody. Please do that. Hate to ask, as Chump always says, but YouTube makes me. So anyway, so that's just the simple math of it. When it comes right down to it at the end of the day, I think GPUs hold their value more than ASICs do in the long run, which is what kind of has me lean more that direction. But a 4090 I don't think is going to appreciate in the bull run to the same extent as an ASIC would. So you have that negative as well on that. So there's pros and cons to both of them, not a right or wrong answer. But I just thought it was an interesting look at the difference in the profitability of both of them. So not saying everybody should get into Vast AI, not saying everybody should get into ASICs. Again, just looking at the numbers. Now, the other thing I was looking at with the X16P is the fact that, okay, you have 1700 watts and it needs to be on 220. Okay, no problem. I can do that. I've been doing that. But I looked at the X16Q and I looked at its break-even point, and it's literally a toss-up between the two. So you have the pros of the X16Q being quieter. It can run on 120. And you now have 3 miners instead of 1. So you have to buy 3 to 1, 3 X16Qs to make up about what an X16P is. Looks like you'd make a little bit more with the 3 X16Qs, but you'd also have to pay a little bit more. And the X16Q, I believe, is more readily available than the X16P. One other downside of the X16P is that it's 3 fans tall. So if you're thinking you're going to host this thing somewhere, probably not, because most hosting facilities are going to build their rack spaces for 2 Delta fan high units. They're not going to build slots for something this tall. So if you're going to get an X16P, you need to be thinking about doing it at home. Again, it's quiet enough to do at home, so it's not a problem. But at that point, I think, in my opinion, if I was going to do something like that, I would get X16Qs, because A, you can mine 3 different coins, and there are multiple things you can mine. You can mine ETC. My top 3 would be ETC, Octaspace, and Kenxium, or however you pronounce that one. Those are, like, to me, the top 3 to mine. So now you can mine 3 different coins. So you have a little bit more diversification, instead of, okay, I'm going to mine this one for this period of time, and then I'm going to mine this one for this period of time, and then I'm going to mine this one for this period of time. And that's how you're doing your diversification. No, with 3 different X16Qs, you can set it and forget it. Hot Crypto Mining, $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. S19K Pro, 120 terahash, 1815, and I'll keep the price the same for 24 hours. Get in now. F. Okay, done shilling. Yes. Hey, and Hawk, are you able to get the Jasminers? And I know that Jingle Mining is selling them as well. They were actually nice enough to provide this, so thank you to Jingle Mining. Very much appreciate it. If I started to set up an affiliate code with them, but I did not. So if you know of somebody else that has an affiliate code, go ahead and use that. I think that Red Fox, I believe, has one. Red Fox, if you have a affiliate code for Jasminer, please put it in the chat if you are still here. Iowa Crypto Mining member for 11 months. I bought my ASICs from Hawk. Cool. Yes, terahashes.com. I did not look to see what Bitcoin is, but I can put it back up. Let's see. It's still hovering between 56 and 57, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. That is an amazing gain. 9.28% on Bitcoin in a day. We're not that far away, people, from the bull market doors. We're so close. And we're before the halving. So let's talk a little bit about that. So one of the reasons why I say, where are we going to go next, is because, and that's really annoying. Let me scroll down there. There we go. There we go. Better. Is we have the fear and greed index. Where do you think we are right now? we're starting to get close to euphoria here. Everybody's like, the bull market doors, and that tells me to be cautious. Tells me to be cautious. It's different when it's going up and everybody's like, no, it's going to come back down. That's different. Excuse me 1 second. In this case, and I'll actually have a video that I'll show you here in a second, but there are a lot of very positive aspects as to why Bitcoin's going up. Obviously, we're in a supply squeeze. The statistics I heard was last week, I don't know if it was Grayscale. There was let's just put it this way. There was twice as much being bought than being produced last week by the Bitcoin ETFs. That's a supply squeeze. That means that somebody else has to come into the market and be willing to sell and not hold pat. Because obviously, if there's more people buying and less people selling, that's going to make number go up. We all know who number go up is. Anyway. Is DJ even here? Good to see you, DJ. Anyway, so we have that. But at the same time, like I said, there is a little bit of danger when everybody thinks that the number is going to continually go up. There very well could be a correction before the halving. Because right now we're definitely above where we're supposed to be at the halving. So it gives me a little bit of pause. I'm thinking that there might still be a downturn. So let me bring up this video. Let me see if I can get it so you guys can hear it. Where did I put it? Here it is. So this is the guy I've talked about. Crypto Capital Venture. I do enjoy his videos a lot. This particular curve that he has here is basically, you've seen this before, where, you know, the upper boundary and the lower boundary, and it generally bounces off the two. And each time we get to a halving, it doesn't go up the same percentage. So we keep getting a little bit of a decreasing. And this is a logarithmic scale. So you're looking at anytime you see something go up, the next time it goes up that same amount, it's doubling. And then the next time you see it go up that same amount, it's doubling. As opposed to a standard scale with, you know, you think 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16, you know, that's standard binary scale. So, or let's say hexadecimal, but that's not, anyway, you know what I'm saying? So he makes the point here that it's a little bit hard to see, but that we're above where we were in the last cycle. Right now, where we are is basically where we were after the halving, which is really interesting. So the question is, where are we going to go from here? And let me see if I can just fast forward it and see if I can find where he brings up the, here we go. So he shows here, we have a rising wedge. I mean, it's pretty obvious it's a rising wedge, but again, rising wedge obviously means it's coming to a point, which we've right now have seemed to be broken out of that rising wedge and into the Fibonacci range. So are we going to do a fake out and come down, or is this the breakout to 70? So it's going to be really interesting to see if this actually reaches that high point or if it'll come back down before the point. So right now it appears like it's making that move, but time will tell. So anyway, right now I'm holding pat because I don't know if this is going to continue. And I still think there's going to be one more downturn back to where we were around 50. I don't think we're going to see 40s again anymore. I really don't. And I think it'll be a short opportunity. Won't be a long opportunity. That's what I'm looking for. Could be completely wrong. It's not financial advice, just personally what I'm looking for. You know, somebody brought up on Saturday Night Live, you know, where do we think that Bitcoin's going to go this bull run? And I honestly do think it will go above 150,000 just because of all of this buy pressure. There is going to be so much FOMO this time around. There's going to be so many more people trying to get involved. We haven't seen the FOMO yet. This is just Bitcoin ETF normal stuff. We've seen some inflows, but I don't think we've seen anything yet. So I'm really curious to see how quickly we hit the bull run, get to 70, and see where we end up from there. How quickly do we get to 100? How quickly do we get to 120? And then how far above 120 are we going to get? That's what I'm looking for. And of course, that's all going to mean good things for altcoins. And as we talked about on Saturday night, you know, altcoins have a higher beta. Generally, they're fairly well correlated with Bitcoin. So you're going to see a lot of coins follow the same pattern. A lot of times it lags Bitcoin, but will generally follow the same pattern. Maybe not necessarily the same exact timing, but the same pattern. And they will tend to rise at a higher percentage. You know, certainly if you're looking for, you know, 100x, don't be looking in the top 100 coins. You need to be looking beyond that. I don't think you're going to see 100x out of Caspa. We're past that point. I mean, shoot, its market cap is 25, something like that. Let me go back to. Let's see. Caspa is at 29. And then, who did you say wanted to know when's a good time to buy ASICs? Endless mining. Really hard to say. When's a good time to buy Caspa miners? There's no good time right now to buy Caspa miners. So my problem with Caspa miners, again, I'm giving away a KS0 tonight, but my problem with Caspa miners is it's just totally different than anything we've done before with a market. So what do you see happening? You see Bitmain, Rice River coming out with a new unit every 6 months. Well, what do you think that makes your old unit be? But of course they have to do that because they've got to capitalize on the market while it's still ripe for taking. And so they have to continually come out with these newer units because they can. They're not bleeding edge technology. They're just, how good do we have to be, and leaving themselves the ability to make that next one and the next one and the next one. So I don't know. That's just my impression. And that's why I think Caspa is a good project. I have Caspa. I have a Caspa bag, but I'm not, I don't like Caspa miners just because of all of that uncertainty. Now, you can say, well, okay, great. It's continually reducing the reward. That just means that Caspa is going to continue to go up in price. And you may not be wrong. That could be the case. And we haven't seen, like, we've seen coins that have reduced their halving cycles down to like 2.5 years. That hasn't always worked out well. So in this particular case, maybe because it's regular and that everybody knows how it goes, it's every month, it's 4 to 5%. Maybe this is going to be different. I mean, it's definitely going to be different either way. The question is, will it continually drive the price higher due to reducing the reward each time? So we'll see. We'll see. But as far as all the other miners, I mean, obviously you want to be buying ASICs when the price of Bitcoin's low. You know, the time to buy Bitcoin would have been when it was like 16,000. I mean, honestly, but right now being at 50,000, it's not, it's what I would suggest is do your own homework, do the math. What is your reward going to be after the halving given the growth in this, the percentage growth, whatever you're factoring that in, what do you think is going to be the growth in hash rate every month? And figure that out. Figure out what you see your return to be and where you think Bitcoin is going to go. If I know somebody that has done that math, but everybody can do that math. Everybody should do that math for themselves before making that decision. So, who did? Heaven Rock said, I'm looking to buy an ASIC. I already have exposure to Caspa. I have a 5K budget looking at X16Q right now. Any recommendations? I am a home miner, no noise, no 240 volt. I really like, again, not financial advice, but I really like the X16 series. It gives you exposure to coins that you wouldn't normally have exposure to, because mining these things on GPUs at this point, it's not going to be profitable. There's too many ASICs out there mining this. So I really like the X16Q. I don't think you can go, you can go wrong with it. You never know what's going to happen to those coins, because really the only tried and true coin there is Ethereum Classic. All the others are newer coins, have potential. They could also change their algorithm whenever they feel like it. So there's always that too. So I like it. I'm thinking about it as well. Although right now my focus is on X6. Yes, I would imagine X16Q right now, 3650 shipped. That is not bad. Not bad at all. And Steven Cicero says, love my X16Q, so diverse. I have mine on unminable stacking Dynex. You can always do that, of course, too. I just really liked finding these coins. And of course, my favorite coin was PWR Max Chain. So anyway, which I believe has taken a bit of a dive since I mined it, but it was fun. It was fun discovering new coins. It really was. Kind of brought the old excitement of mining back to me. Like I said, I just really enjoyed mining on it. Let's see. Any other questions before moving on to another subject, which it's 8:50, so we definitely need to do the giveaway. So I set this up before the stream, and let me pull up so people can look for their number. I'm going to do it via a number generator. So here's everybody in the drawing. This is everybody who was a member as of about 7 p.m. tonight. And the number generator, everybody's seen it. If you haven't seen it, just take a picture of it so you can look at what your number is. And then I'm going to go to this number generator. So I thought this one was kind of fun. Not only was I able to, have it be a spinner, but I was able to randomize the actual places of the numbers on the spinner. So without further ado, let's see which of my members will win the KS0. So good luck, everybody. Oh, you guys didn't hear the sound effect. Let's see, who is it gonna be? It is Lucky 13. Who is 13? Katana. You are the lucky winner. Is Katana here? It is not required for them to be here. Rigged, of course. They're all rigged. And I don't believe Katana's here. I will, hopefully he will see this and contact me within the next 24 hours. Probably give him until next Monday. If he or she hasn't contacted me before then, I will have to re-roll next Monday or possibly Saturday night. Katana is here. Oh, Katana is here. Congratulations, Katana. Now the next question is, well, we can talk about this afterwards, but are you in USA or Canada? Yes, it's always Red Panda's fault. Uh-oh. My chat is frozen. I'm still talking though, right? Okay. Yeah, for some reason, I can't get my chat to move. Oh, now it's moving. All right. Katana, US. Excellent. Not any offense to anybody outside the US. It just makes my life a lot easier. All right, Katana, show me, give me a picture of like a screenshot of your YouTube channel with your, when you send your, via Discord. So contact me via Discord. Are you able to contact me via Discord? You're in the Discord, so, Katana?
What happened to the getting more chances for being a member?
I changed my mind because Chump changed it to members only, and I was like, that's a great idea. And I thought about doing it this way in the first place, so I decided to do it to members. So these people have been supporting me for a long time. Katana, actually, how long was Katana a member? It's been a while because they were further on down the list. The ones at the top were for a shorter period of time, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they were like Joker Miners up at the top of the list. That's just because he let he just recently renewed instead of it continuing, somehow it let it lapse. Anyway, my point is that because Katana's where he is, he's been a member for a little while. That's for sure. So again, happy it went to somebody who has supported me. Katana does not have Discord. Okay. Joker, of all people, to boo this man. Yes, that does mean you are the oldest. You have the longest running membership of the group. Yes, yes, you do. It does count for something, and you have my utmost gratitude. And you had a chance, just like everybody else did, to win it. So there you go. All right. Let me see here. So Katana. I don't have any like specific emails set up, like just for max voltage. I just have a couple of personal emails, which do dox me. So what was that? Yeah. Are you on Twitter, Katana? If you are, DM me on Twitter. All right, well, while I'm waiting for that answer, let me see. Well, that's not what I wanted to look at. And as we talked about before, great video by Hawk. If you have not watched it, he had an interview with Meowcoin talking about their change in algo. So go watch that video. It's very, very interesting. It kind of reminded me of some things I already knew, but I'd forgotten. So I was like, oh yeah, you could do that. That's cool. So anyway, go watch his video. It's really good. Let's see. Did Katana come back and tell me? Oh jeez. Stop spamming the chat, Hawk, or I'm gonna have to ban you. Let's see. Did Katana come back and tell me? Doesn't have Discord, but do you have Twitter? Do you have Twitter? Yeah, don't be afraid to ban him, Red Panda, if you feel fit to do so. Wow, I think that was everything I was planning on going over, except for going over more of the market. So let's look at the market in more detail. So going back to, let's see where we at with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we are still between 56 and 57. Not unhappy about that. Just kind of taking a pause. That's all. Still do not see a response from Katana. We will figure it out. We will definitely figure it out. I'm glad Katana was here. And there might even be a way to do like some type of messaging via YouTube as well. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Okay. So Bitcoin where it is, Ethereum at 3240. Good on the week, over 10% for the week, so that's cool. This tether just never seems to move. Yes, that was a joke. Solana is up 8% today, so that's nice. Back up over 111. XRP, I am not an XRP, and doesn't seem to be doing too much. Let's see, Cardano, or as people in the Midwest like to say, Cardano. We are at 7.5% up, over 60 cents, so that's good. Avalanche, I'm happy to see as well, is up almost 7%. So we're definitely seeing some good gains. Even Doge was not up earlier. This was down while I saw a lot of the things that were up. So it is now up. So that's cool. Let's see, any other things. So this one actually, Chainlink is one of the ones that I have my eye on. Would like to get a bag, just a small bag of Chainlink. Nobody says what like that. Geek. Says what? Nobody says it like that, Max Voltage. Says what? Oh, Cardano. That's what I said. Yeah. I know I've definitely heard people say Cardano. I definitely have. You don't have any friends that are like deep in the heart of Chicago or from Chicago. You would know what I was talking about otherwise. Let's see. Any other ones you guys want me to look at? Litecoin up almost 7%. Good to see. Showing some life. And Casp only up 2.6%. Hey, I'm gaining. Let's see. What else? Optimism. I always forget about optimism. That's a good one as well. And then there's, did I already pass Filecoin? No, I don't think I passed Filecoin yet. Celestia. I still don't really know anything about that coin at all. Monero's, I mean, everything's green. SEI is up over 13%. Anything you guys want me to look at? Algorand up 4%. That's good. That's been kind of not really been doing much. Helium up almost 22%. And I was just thinking I was going to buy some. What did Sunflower Mama say?
Talked me to comment and I said no.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Tell me if anybody wants me to look at any specific coins as I'm going through this. This I find interesting. Akash Network is a Deepin project. It's a network-based project similar to Flux. I won't say it's the same as Flux. I would say it's in the same market as Flux, but yet it's 77. It's in the top 100 while Flux is not. So I find that interesting.
Chump Change wants to know whether you got a haircut or is it just extra spit.
So Chump Change wants to know whether I got a haircut, or just extra spit. And I didn't get a haircut. I got them all cut. Yes, dad joke. Hashtag dad joke. WorldCoin down 10.65%. That's whatever. I have no idea why that's in the top 100. Great marketing, I guess. Let's see. Bonk up 15% today. Wow. Some of these coins I just really wonder about. All right, so let me do... I was going to do a search. There's the search. So let's look for Flux, since I have not been really watching that. Actually, I think right now it's my largest holding. $2. Nice. $2. What number did it jump up in? Market cap is, what is the market cap? Market cap is now 347 million. Not bad. Not bad at all. Definitely glad to see that over 1. It actually hit 1.0343. Over 1.03. Nice. Let's see. Yes, best dad joke. No, it's just the most common dad joke. It's an extremely bad dad joke. What email address did you?
I just made a new one that I sent on my spam to.
Oh. Has the letters of her last name in it.
Not all of them.
I know, but
Not
no,
even half of them.
no, we're not. We will make another email address if we have to, but again, Katana, we will get it to you. Just got to figure out how we're gonna do that. Did he ever come back and say whether he had a Twitter account? I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of him on YouTube as well. All right, enough of that for now. If Katana's here at the end, oh. Just look up max voltage. My actual ID is max voltage period. And I'm just going to double check that because I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Because if you look up max voltage, there might be more than one. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of identifying somebody that you can put the picture and that type of thing. So we just need to make that, and then you can provide me the information to send it to you once we prove the identity. Like I said, picture of your YouTube channel with you. So, all right. Hang on one second while I double check. Yes, username is max voltage, no space, with a period. Max, somebody else took max voltage. So I just did mine with a period at the end, and we're good. So I will look for that, and we can go from there. We can definitely get that out for you this week. Oh, yeah, sorry. Sunflower Mama will get it out to you this week. Let's be honest. She's the one who will be going to the post office. All right, so we looked at Flux. Anything else you guys want me to look at? What other coins you guys want me to look at? Okay, hold on a second. Ryan Doherty, short, and it's from cycling. Oh. What was that? Oh, okay. Hawk did that. Mining King said, sold all my Flux for Magic China boxes. Thoughts, Max? S19K, 110 terahash. Haven't bought 12. I haven't bought 12 altogether? Like, you have not bought 12 altogether? I thought you bought 12 altogether. Well, I will say that if you sold your Flux right... Oh, okay. Yeah, you already bought it, which means you, like, unfortunately sold your Flux before this run up. That's unfortunate. But them the breaks. Them the risks. So, yeah, I mean, you took a risk, and it doesn't mean that's not going to pay off. You don't know what those China boxes are going to be worth when Bitcoin goes to 150,000. So yeah, it's just a different play is all it is. Buying the coin versus investing in hardware. Investing in hardware typically takes a little bit longer to pay off, typically. So anytime you compare a short-term gain in the value of crypto, whether it be up or down, is always short-sighted. Keep your eye on the prize. I don't think it was a bad move. It was just a different move. It could choose to be, it'll be a winner. It's just, is it going to be as big of a winner as if you held on to Flux? That's the question. So we'll see. Mining King. I'll be kicking your Octominer off the shelf now, Joker. Yeah. You sold at the run up? Which run? Like, what did you sell at, if you don't mind me asking? I'm guessing you didn't sell at 103. But did you sell above 90 cents? I think if you sold it above 90 cents, I think that's a pretty good play. I do, because I need to go back. Is there any other coins you guys want me to look at? Otherwise, I am going to get out of this market screen. 95 cents. Yeah, that's not so bad. That's not bad. I mean, you're near the top. You're near the current top. Is it going to go higher? I think it will. Sia. Okay, we'll look up Sia coin. I don't think this is going to be pretty. Could be wrong, but I heard what it had been doing. All right, well, let's look a little bit further out. Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah. It was at 0.022, and now it's at 0.009. It's still up. I guess you could look at it this way. It's still up 14% from where it was a month ago. So there's that. And this is a perfect illustration of why you set a limit sale. So you basically say, if you set a sale price of something, that when it drops below that, sell at market. Get out when it's falling like a knife. So do I always do that? No, I'm not saying I always do it. But if I'm in a risky coin like this, heck yeah. I'm going to be very, very cautious about being in any amount. So yeah. So Sai, so you said Cedra, which Cedra's probably on CoinGecko and not on, not CoinMarketCap. CoinGecko. Oh, let's look at ETC POW. Where is it at? That's up 2.3%, almost at 15 cents. It's better than it's been. Take that. Better than a sharp stick in the eye. I do have 3 ETC POW nodes currently. They are paid off. So anything that is positive is, it's positive for me at this point. I own about 1,500 ETC POWs, so nothing, that great. Basically, you're looking at about $225 worth of ETC POWs, so not a lot. All right, so let's go up to here, and you said Cedra. Cedra Solana. I did update the notes. So I did. Didn't want to lose my ETC POW. Well, let's look at this at 1 month. Yeah, it took quite a bit of a drop from February 24th to February 27th. It was up at 0.0045, and now it is at less than half that. Yeah, that's kind of what happens with these Caspa forks. Be interesting to see if we have a number of other Caspa forks that if you get in on the front end, you can hopefully ride it up and get out before it crashes. That seems to be the pattern of these. So it'll be interesting to see if any of them recover. I own like $40 of Pyron. So I'm just kind of waiting and watching to see like what that ends up doing. I mean, obviously $40 isn't going to make or break me either way, but it allows me to kind of play around a little bit and see what's going to happen with it. Any other coins? And I'm not showing Pepe on stream. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah, Homebrew Crypto ID. I did update the nodes. I'm looking to see who else may have tagged me. Let's see. No, I'm not showing that one either, Geek of All Trades. Definitely not showing that one. I'm not even sure if that one exists, but I'm pretty sure it does because people are sick. Losing with Larry. Max had some head of hair on him. Jealous. Yeah, that's good genes. That's what that is. It's the superior what?
Haircut.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it's all about the haircut. That's what it is. It's all about the haircut. She just reminded me of that. Little Nicky, is Radiant the next pump? I don't know. I really don't know. Radiant is, it's purely a transactional coin. And I like the fact that they're not trying to be more. But I just don't know. I had gotten to my bag, and I got to my bag size before there was any pump. So I'm just kind of like, okay, I finally got there before it actually happened. And where is it? Where's the pump? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't have a ton of money in Radiant, but I got to the bag size I wanted to, so that I could, if it did pump, then there we go. I think it'll go up with the next bull run. We just may not see that same like independent increase in price like you've seen with so many other cryptos like Alephium. Let's look at Alephium. I have not seen where that is today. I know it was like around 350 or so before. Has it gone up from there? Elf. 375. So we're doing well. You know, it looks like 380 was let's do 7 day. Yeah, it looks like about 380 was the top, and we're at 375. Not too shabby. And you know, again, you're gonna hit these levels of resistance where it's just gonna kind of trade sideways for a while. And then once it trades sideways, it'll decide to break out one direction or the other. That's kind of the way stocks work, although stocks will trade a lot longer trading sideways. But crypto, especially altcoins, tend to trade sideways for a shorter period of time and then break one way or the other. And everybody's like, oh yeah, you're really predicting great. It goes one way or the other. Yeah, it's not about whether it goes one way or the other. It's about knowing when that breakout is going to occur so that you can be watching at that time and have made a plan. Put a stop loss in. Put in, if you start to see it go up where you think, okay, it's finally getting its pump, that you buy more. So it's putting those plans in place so that if you know when something's going to happen, you act on either of those particular scenarios, whether it goes up or whether it goes down. Meow Coin at 10 cents. Is that up or down? I don't even know. Honestly, I do not track that coin. I have so little. I have basically sand of Meow Coin. I have like nothing. Meow Coin. Let me see. Let's look at a 3-month chart. Well, it's started to come out of, yeah, it started to rise. Higher highs, higher lows. And it's better than it has looked. I mean, we may not like where it is, but at least it's heading the right direction. So there's that. It's growing. It's growing. It's a good thing. Yes, and please smash that likes. 8 away from 100 likes. Well, you guys know what happens when I don't get to 100 likes. No, that will not be happening. Yes, new algo. Well, okay. new algo, they say, is 40% more efficient. That means that it takes 40% less power. That's what that means. And given the same hash rate, or not the same hash rate necessarily, but given the same amount of people and the same amount of cards and type of cards that are on the network, everybody's going to be making the same amount, but have less power and be using less power. So it should make it more profitable, which should bring more people onto the network. Hawk, they say when, I didn't watch the whole video. Did they say when the change was going to be put into place? Homebrew crypto, Maxine voltage mining. Is that supposed to be sunflower? Oh, yeah, that won't happen. At least not on my channel. Has Terra made a flannel for Max yet? No, they have not. Oh, jeez. Joker Miner. Yes, he already did it. No, I did not. Let's see. It's in the... it's in the roadmap. Okay, I'm sure that's in really small print because it should not be anything important. Anyway. No, Sunflower Mama's name is not Maxine. That would be funny if that was the case. Oh, and I see now where Hawk said that. Yeah, right. Yes, we need to keep that content on OnlyFans. Yes, hit that like where am I at now? Oh, okay. Anyway, alrighty, guys. Well, it has been an hour and 20 minutes. So again, congratulations to Katana. I am going to do a quick check to see if he or she sent me anything. Let's see. Does not appear. No. Nobody has done that yet in any of my channels and has not DM'd me. Yeah, I know. So we'll be patient. So we're all good. So alrighty, guys. Well, thank you very much for being here. If you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button on the way out. I would appreciate it. And if you enjoy this kind of content and you want to support the channel, please feel free to become a member of the channel. Would very much appreciate that. And on that note, thanks again, everybody. And we will see you next Monday on Mondays with Max. And the General is out. Have a good one, everybody.